Good morning. At about 6:45 p.m. last night, a CV-22 Osprey assigned to the 8th Special Operations Squadron here at Hurlburt Field crashed on the Eglin Range just north of Navarre during a routine training mission. There were no fatalities. All 5 aircrew members on board the aircraft were injured to varying degrees and were transported to area hospitals. None of the injuries are life-threatening. Major Brian Luce, one of the pilots, was transported to Eglin Air Force Base Hospital where he's listed in stable condition. Captain Brett Cassidy, the second pilot, was transported to Sacred Heart Hospital in Pensacola where he is also listed in stable condition. Master Sergeant Sean McMahon, the flight engineer, was transported to Sacred Heart Hospital in Pensacola where he's listed in guarded condition. Tech Sergeant Christopher Dawson, a flight engineer, was transported to the Eglin Air Force Base Hospital where he's listed in stable condition. And Technical Sergeant Edoberto Malave, flight engineer, was transported to Sacred Heart Hospital in Pensacola where he is listed in stable condition. At this time, we can't speculate on the cause of the crash. A board of officials is investigating the accident, and no information regarding the cause of the mishap will be available until after the investigation are complete. However, at this time we have no reason to suspect any fundamental design flaws in the CV-22 aircraft, and we don't intend to cease CV-22 operations. Additionally, the accident site may contain hazardous materials released from the crash, so individuals must refrain from entering the area until the investigation has been complete and debris has been removed from the scene. Today we're gonna stand down V-22 operations for today while the squadron kind of works on taking care of the family and that kind of thing. We don't want their focus divided, but we don't intend to ground the fleet based on anything that we know at this time. This particular mission was a gunnery training mission, and so it was a 2-aircraft formation outperforming gunnery, and when the lead aircraft turned around in the gun pattern, they did not see their wingman behind them, and so they started a brief search and found that the aircraft had crashed right there on the range. There was some fire. It did not burn all the way to the ground, but if the aircraft is salvageable, it's going to be significantly damaged, but we don't know whether it is yet or not. They're obviously shaken. I mean, anytime you have a family member injured, they're shaken up by the event. But the squadron and in the wing here, we've got our we've got plenty of resources marshaled to support those families, and they were notified very quickly last night. So I feel like the families are doing probably as well as could be expected under the circumstances.